Good morning. This how-to instruction is the third in a series of three videos. This video in particular is going to look at how to open a master copy for a subject OneNote, and then how students can copy across the various sections that they need for their teaching and learning. The first two videos in this series covered off some areas that need to be completed before this third video is watched. So the first video looked at creating a personal document shortcut, and the second video looked at how to create a new OneNote for a particular subject. So the examples that I've given in those two videos will help prepare you for what we're about to do in this third video here. So if you haven't seen the first and second videos, please take a moment to go back to the YouTube channel and just double check that you're up to date with those issues, and then we'll be able to do this third video without any hassles. So in order to open a master copy from SharePoint, you need to get access to the student SharePoint site. So to do that, there are two ways. You can either go through Compass, so I might do that today actually. Go through the Compass Manager. You'll need to log in using your username and password. Now when you log into Compass, if you come up to the star button, it will come up with a list of school favorites. The one that's about halfway down says SharePoint. I think on student devices it says Student SharePoint Site. If you click on that, it will open the SharePoint site. Now, this is the staff SharePoint site, as I'm a school teacher, so I'll need to click over to the student site in order to get access to the student site. So if you are a student at St. Helena and you're watching this, when you click on student SharePoint site, it will bring you directly to this picture that you're seeing now. So the first thing you need to do is navigate to the subject that you are looking for. So to do that, we go to the Student Resources 2013 folder and then select on the year level. As an example, I'm going to choose Year 7 English for this video. So I'm going to click on Year 7. I then select English. Now the OneNote workbooks are kept in the folder at the top, and I'm going to open this one here called 7 English Master. So what this does is this opens the Year 7 English Master OneNote inside or on the internet. Okay, in order to be able to copy across into a locally stored OneNote, we need to open this folder in OneNote proper. And to do that, you need to click on this button on the top right hand corner that says Open in OneNote. Please be advised, for students, quite often this Open in OneNote button is on the left hand side up here near the File button. So there's two places where Open in OneNote can be located, either on the left over here or on the right as you see in the picture here. Now select that now. It will prompt you with an open document. It's just saying, do you recognize that some files can be dangerous? You know this has come from your teacher, therefore it's not going to be dangerous, so click OK. And the OneNote will then open in your OneNote program, and you can see it appearing here. Now this is a relatively large OneNote, so it may take a couple of minutes for it to open up. That's fine. So this English Master, when it opens, when students see this, they'll notice that up the top here after Domain OneNote, in brackets will be the words Read Only. And I'm just going to take a moment while this is loading up to explain what that Read Only means. Read Only means that students are unable to edit and save the changes that they make to the master OneNote, and that's of benefit. That means that teachers can reuse the OneNote for subsequent years. It also means that the master copy is not damaged or deleted or lost. Students don't have the ability to change the master OneNote in that way. As a result, in order to be able to edit a version of this, they need to take a copy of it, and that copy they need to store in the appropriate subject OneNote. So as you can see in video 2 of this series, I created a 7J English, Sue Whiffen is my teacher and my student code. I created an English OneNote, and this English OneNote is at the moment empty. In preparation for me copying from the master copy all the segments that I need or sections that I need, and copying them into my own version so that I can edit them, those changes are then saved to my personal documents where my teacher and I both have access to them. So to copy across, I'm going to click this drop down box here and select the grammar book. So this grammar book is a PDF version of the Macmillan grammar book that all students have access to. It will take a couple of minutes to load up because it's a rather large file, but This grammar book is something that all Year 7 students at least will be using at some stage, so it's important that students have access to it. Now, in order to copy it across, there's a few things that you need to do. You need to right-click on the section that you wish to copy. So in this case here, I'm clicking the grammar book. It doesn't matter that it's not loaded, it will continue to load despite me playing around with it. If I right-click on the grammar box and select Move or Copy, it will come up with this section here. Now, move or copy a section allows me as a teacher to do two things. I can move this section or this grammar book section of the English Master OneNote anywhere I like. Students are unable to move, they can only copy from Master OneNotes. That's obviously important. We don't want students moving the master copy into their personal copy and then it not being available to everyone else. Teachers need to be careful here though. When a teacher does this, they can move it, and if they do inadvertently move a section from the English Master to somewhere else, it will be gone from the English Master for good. They'll have to move it back. So please, teachers, be careful when you're moving things. So this is asking me, where would you like to move it to? So I'm going to select 7J English, Miss Whiffen, and my student code of ABC0001. Students, you'll need to select your English book, and when that, your English OneNote, and when that is highlighted, I'm going to select Copy. Now that will begin to copy that across. It will take some time in order for it to copy across, so please be patient. You'll come over here and you'll see it's beginning to load up. This can take a couple of minutes, so please again be patient. Sometimes, and some students will get an error that pops up on the screen when they try to copy across. Just close down that error, log out of OneNote, log out of SharePoint, and go back into both, and it should work a second time. So once again, I'm going to go back into the Year 7 English Master. I've copied the grammar book. This time I'm going to go into the Student Master, and my teacher has also asked me to copy across the Persuasive Language section. So once again, I right click on the section tab at the top, I click Move or Copy, I select where I would like to move or copy it to, and I select Copy. And that takes a copy of this Persuasive Language section and adds it to my personal OneNote. I'm now able to edit this as I feel, and it will be automatically saving to my personal documents on SharePoint so that my teacher is able to get into this OneNote document and assess and give feedback on the changes that I'm making as a student. Students are able to copy across as many sections or as few sections as are required. This enables teachers to continue to work on creating and reimagining these sections if a change is made to a section that students already have a copy of. For example, if Miss Skinner went back into the English Master and made a change to newspapers and opinions, this will not automatically update the student's copy of the Persuasive Language section. However, if the teacher makes a change and, for example, adds a new page which they call, I'm going to call it editorial for the moment, and they want their students to have a copy of that editorial, all the students need to do is go to SharePoint, open the English Master, go to Persuasive Language, right click on the editorial page, and there's Move or Copy again. Select Move or Copy, go to their OneNote, go to Persuasive Language and select Copy, and that will automatically be copied across to my version of the Persuasive Language section. So once again, not only can students copy across whole sections, if a teacher makes a change to a section in the Master OneNote that they want their students to have access to, students just have to log back into the Master, copy across the page that's been changed or added to, and save it into their own OneNote. Once students are comfortable with this process, it only takes a couple of minutes. These processes can also be done from home because SharePoint is on the internet and on the web. So teachers, if they feel that they don't want to waste classroom time doing this copy and paste, they can set it for students to complete at home. Once a student has finished copying across what's required, they simply right click on the English Master, click on Close this notebook, and that closes the notebook for them. They're then free to go back to their own version and make changes as they see fit. Hopefully you found this video helpful in opening a master copy and allowing students to open and copy across both sections and pages. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to speak to your teacher or speak to Mr. Simpson in the Trudy Thompson Centre, and I'll be happy to help you step you through the process. If you're a teacher and you'd like Mr. Simpson to come into your class to help you do this process, just send him an email seeing when he's free and we'll be able to go from there. Thanks very much.